Kashi or Varanasi is said to be the first place was born. It was the idea of like, what if our story ended here? The story is basically between these. So Kashi or Varanasi is said to be the first place where civilization was born in this world, like, by the banks of the river Ganga. That's written in a lot of our books and scriptures. It was the idea of like, what if our story ended here? Like, if that was the first city, like, what if this world now has only one city left and everybody in the world and all the resources and all the major conflict now happens here in Kasi. So that was the setting for Kalki, and now we are in a world where the most life-giving river, the Ganga, is dry, and people in Kasi are just living in just like a very brutal survival of the fittest sort of way. And above them towers the complex. Like maybe you guys have seen in the trailer or something, like this massive mega city sort of structure, like an inverted pyramid that is a kilometer into the sky. So that is the complex which has essentially everything. It's like paradise. It has all the greenery, resources, water, food, animals, everything that is not there in the world before. It's almost like a microcosm of what the world used to be like. And now the story is mainly set up here. It's between these two worlds, the people who are in the complex who control those resources and the people who are below in Kasi who don't have access, and these people in Kasi only just have a dream to enter the complex. In a way, it becomes a cycle. So for you to do the work to earn money to get into the complex is like one trap that you end up working for the complex and you finish your life before you can actually get in. So it's like one sort of a cycle, which is sort of something that happens today as well. Apart from these two worlds, there's also a third world which we call Shambhala. Shambhala is something that we hear in many cultures, like even in Tibetan culture, it's called Shangri-La, and every culture has a name which is a mystical land which is hidden from the world, and that's where some people say advanced beings, some people say the avatar, some people say many things, like how the name Shambhala itself is very connected to the myth of Kalki, to the legend of Kalki, because it said that this is where the final avatar will come. That is the most powerful and that is the most familiar thing about the Kalki story. So these are our three worlds, and each of these worlds have a design or a thought process behind it. The complex people and the weapons and their vehicles are designed in a certain way because of what they have. People in Kasi are designed a certain way because of what they have. The world, there's money which is units, and they are bounty hunters who need these units to get their job done or to finish their aspiration to want to go into the complex. And there's this third world which is Shambhala, which is essentially the refuge. It's like a massive refugee camp in a way, like for all the religions and all the cultures that have been hunted down in this world by the complex. So they all needed a place to hide. The people in Shambhala are part refugees, part rebels, part the resistance who are fighting the complex. So the story is basically between these three worlds, and each of them are very unique in their own way, and how their paths cross and how the story goes forward.